So here we are with Rabbi Marc Gafni, and as you, the rest of you have seen the other clips about integral recovery on the website and YouTube, I will know I'm John Dupuy, founder of Integral Recovery, which is a model of treating addiction and chemical dependency based on the integral theory and model of Ken Wilber, the Aqua model. And this is, to me, this is quite a remarkable experience. About 3 years ago, shortly after I became introduced to the Aqua model, and I began to have my own integral awakening and another spiritual awakening in my life, I encountered Rabbi Marc on Integral Naked, which is the source that I got my introduction to integral theory and how I saw it apply to the treatment of addiction. And I was captivated by you, and you were really one of the few persons who could sit toe-to-toe with Ken Wilber, and it was wonderful. I was thrilled. And this is the interesting thing about it, is that in that moment I would love to work with this man somehow. I just feel a connection. I think it was the deep, penetrating intellectual part of you, coupled with the deep mystical, God-loving, open heart that came through, and your absolute courage to be yourself, which was thrilling for me. So I said, and at that time you were living in Israel, and I said, well, I'd really like, and I was living in a small little town in southern Utah, and the odds of, it's something like somebody listening to Mick Jagger on a record and go, I'd really like to play in the band, and all of a sudden 2 years later you're sitting jamming with Mick Jagger. It's almost in that order of magnitude for me anyway. So since that time, it's been about 6 months that we first met.
I think so.
Marc showed up through a whole series of relationships and friendships in my town, Teasdale, Utah, and did a workshop with Diane Hamilton, an extraordinary Zen teacher, with a small group of about 18 of us in my living room, in our meditation room upstairs, and it was well, it was amazing. It was an amazing experience. I used Christian term, and I was almost Pentecostal. I mean, the spirit was so thick you could cut it with a knife.
Beautiful.
And it was thrilling for me, and I just felt a comfort with you, and it was strange. Anyway, there was no fear. There was no this. And I connected to the depth of your suffering too. I think I told you that at the time, and I had gone through that myself. So that's my
No, it's
my
wonderful.
intro.